Hello and welcome everyone. I am Aditya Kumar Sai and I am thrilled to be hosting this session for Dolphin Markets. I specialize in stock trading and in bring years of experience in equity advisory, portfolio management and market analysis to this platform. So over my career, I had the privilege of managing portfolios worth over 150 crore INR, delivering compounded returns of 60 to 70% for my clients. So my expertise lies in creating data-driven strategies with a strong focus on fundamental analysis. So all of this accumulates in well-rounded investment advice to help people make informed decisions. So just I want to let you know that how many have you have been proceeded with assignments. So let me check the assignments for you all. So yeah, many of you have done the assignments now. So many of you have been doing the assignments. It's one, two, three. So most of you have been doing the assignments and it's doing great, right? You are doing all of the assignments which we are providing it to you. So we need to understand that during market hours, when the market keeps running, when the market is open from 9:15 to 3:30, we execute our strategies with the goal of earning profit, right? So we are having some strategies with the goal of earning profit. Through the strategies we give it to you and you are making money out of it. After market hours, what we need to do, how you can utilize to become a better investors. So after market hours, it's about learning how much to earn those profits, like how to earn those profits and make money in the market. So it's all about also about earning as well as learning continuously so that you are able to make money and money from all of the market we have. So therefore everyone should engage in this live broadcast. So I request each and every one of you to be fully engaged in this live broadcast. Understand that learning and mastering require practice. Simply attending lectures may make you feel like you understand in the moment, but you might forget later. So just understand, simply attending lectures will won't help you to become a smart investor. You have to be attentive, take a note what we are telling and note it down so that whenever you are forgetting some concepts, so you are just able to grasp that from your notes, right? And it will be helpful for you only, because we are teaching. If you are not getting the grasp of the session, it's not helpful for you. So it's very important to understand and read and note it down in your notebook, so whenever you are having a problem you can go through it. So simply attending lectures may make you feel like you understand in the moment, but might you forget it later, right? So hence take notes during the session and complete your homework assignments afterwards. So just remember, you should be completing your homework assignments afterwards, right? So only by doing so, only by doing the homeworks, only by taking the notes, you will be able to turn losses into gains. So we are here for turning our losses into gains. So for all of the investors who are currently making losses, we are here present to make a gain, right? So only by doing it, you'll be turning your losses into gain and achieve consistent profit in the later stages. So whatever we are teaching to make consistent profit and gains from the market. So let's review the content of previous two lessons by looking how many of you know the essence of what we have taught in last two sessions. So just let me know to identify if the stock has a major operators, what should we look for? Please write down your comment on the comment section. Please post your answers. So we are looking, just have a look on the comment section. We are looking, and so many of you are telling it's a price, it's a candlestick pattern. Yeah, someone is telling volume. No, so no, it's not a volume. For to identify major shareholders, we need to look at the candlestick patterns, right? So we have to look at the candlestick. So most of you are doing great. It's very good to see most of the clients which we have been assigning and doing their homework properly. They have been doing really great. So to determine the main fund average cost of building this their position, what should we focus on? So what should we focus on to determine the main fund average cost of building their position? Please write down in your comment section. So we are having our answers, right? So we are having our answers. Volume, someone is telling the chart patterns, candlesticks. So most of you are correct. Yes, to determine the main fund average cost of building their position, we should be looking at the volumes, not only the volumes, the major volumes which are occurring in a hippie amount, right? In a large piled up manner, we should be looking at that position. So thirdly, we have a question which is the last question for starting of the session. Why do main funds choose to build covert position? Please write down your answers in the comment section. So just have a look on the comment. It's so we are looking at the comment section. Just have a look. They are telling it's to increase the stock price to gain some returns. Yes, main funds build covered position very early because they have the early information and they will utilize that to make the stock price increase. Right? They will make the stock price increase and make money for you. So now next, let's discuss our today's lesson. Moving on to today's lesson, how to find buying opportunities for leading stocks during their wave pattern. Yesterday, we all have discussed about how main fund build positions through small positive candles which appear in the graph, and today we will cover how retail investors can trade in a wave pattern. So we will understand that too. We can understand how retail investors can trade in a wave pattern and make profit for themselves. It's very important to understand it. So let's discuss the strategies employed by main fund. So what are the strategies which is employed by main fund? Just let me know. So first strategy we have for main funds is the accumulation, right? It's the accumulation. They are building their position. Secondly, we have our strategy. What is the next strategy? First, there will be having a washout, bro. So just have a look on the next slide. So what are the main strategies? First, they will be accumulating. They will be building up their position. Just have a look. They will be building up their position here, right? So they will be building up their position at this level. So they will open up a position, they will accumulate, they will build up a position at this level. And secondly, what they will do at second position, they will wash out. So washing take place, taking out the weak hands here. So at second position, the washing out take place, right? They will just wash out the weak players in the market. Thirdly, we have a pull up. What do the pull up do? They push the market to a greater high. So just look at here, they will push the market and it will lift the price to a greater high, right? So, and talking about shipping, it's all about distribution, nothing more than that. When the operators want to distribute the shares, they will start the distribution, they will start the shipping to the retailers, to all of the players in the market, not the major players, only the minor players, right? So if you want me to go more deep, please write about it. If you want to understand more about opening up position, accumulate, building up a position, wash out, push up the market, distributions, right? So just looking into the question, right? I will ask, which two stages among these four do you think are more critical? Which two of these questions, right? Which two of these questions are more important in our market? So just let me know in the comment section. So many of are telling it's opening a position, but how you will open your position when you don't know when operators are operating, right? When operators are building up the position. Secondly, they are telling washing out. We can, when the washing out take place, they can build up the position. Second, third, many of the answers are pull up. When the pull up is taking place, we can build our positions, right? It's an important thing. And shipping is a very very wrong answer, and let me explain you with a brief example of it. When, right, starting with the shipping and distribution stage, just look at it. When we go for the distribution, it's a very wrong way to enter the market. Here we shouldn't enter market at any place of time. So it's undoubtedly not profitable. Why? Because distribution involves more risks and less reward. When the stock distribution takes place, it has a lot of risks and there will be less reward, and it's easy to encounter pitfalls, right? So therefore making money during the distribution stage is most difficult thing. Understand the concept. When the distribution take place in a market, it's not advisable to enter at that point because you will be at more risk. Now, moving out to the wash out stage, right, you will find that the market moves up and down erratically, which tests our patience. The market also tends to ride roller coaster due to uncertainty about the duration of the washout. Sometimes the main funds eventually lose money. So just understand, in the during the washing out, the main fund usually lose money intentionally. So it is intention that is making them wash out at this position. And when they start building up the position, they usually, what they do, they wash out the retailers from the market, and then they pull up the stock, they start increasing the price. So that's the most important thing we have to understand, right? So they do the roller coaster ride, right? Moving on to the water state, we have understand that they moves up and down erratically, which tests our patience. The market also tends to ride roller coaster due to uncertainty about the duration of the washout. Sometimes main funds even intentionally lose money to shake out weak hands and accumulate positions at lower level. So making money during the washout is also challenging. So whenever you are entering at the washing out, it's very challenging to make money, right? Because it's not confirmed that you will be making money in the coming future, right? So wash out is also crossed here because we cannot enter at wash out phase and the shipping phase, because when wash out take place, the stock consolidates and doesn't increase. So therefore we come to our two position: opening a position, accumulation, and third we have a pull up. So these are the two position up in the market stages are our main focuses. So this will the two positions, which positions open up position and pull up the market, right? So these are the two stages where we will focus our knowledge and know about it. So just have a look, right? So just have a look in it. Now, between accumulation and pushing up the market stages, which one do you think is easier to make money in? So please type your answer. If you think it's accumulation where you can make money in, or it's the pushing up the market you can make money in. So let's look at the answers. So many of you are writing pushing up, right? Many of you are writing accumulation, right? So accumulation, pushing up. Yeah, Raptor has written accumulation. Sophia is writing pushing up the market. Yeah. So let's talk what you have understood. I will explain it in more deep. Undoubtedly, the pushing up the market is the easiest way to make money, right? Today's lesson will be mainly revolves around earning profit during the pushing up the market. So we'll basically just have a look. We will focus on pushing up this market more deeply. So this is the most important thing, the pull up phase where the pushing of the market take place, and it is the easiest way to make money in the market, right? So this is crucial. Please take a good notes. If you are not with the pen and paper and notes, just make sure you are writing it some downwhere and making a good notes of it. So in the previous session, we have mentioned that when main funds accumulate position through small positive candle, we shouldn't enter the market. Why is that, right? We have understood in the previous lesson. We mentioned that the main funds accumulate positions through small positive candles. Why we shouldn't enter at that point? Can anyone tell me? So let's have a look. Many of the answers are here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's let me clarify you. Whatever answers you have put on the comment section, let me clarify you. Why is that main funds accumulate position through small positive candle and we shouldn't enter that stock? So the answer, are you excited for the answer? So the answer is it's because main funds accumulate at the bottom phase. Just when the main fund accumulates at the bottom phase and hold for a longer period of time, right? And hold for a longer period of time. So you have to have patience that making money, but we don't want to enter there, right? Because we want to make quick profit. So what? So it is because main funds accumulate at the bottom and hold for a longer period of time. So retail investors have limited funds, as we know. All the retail investors in the market have a limited fund, so we can only participate in pushing up the market up in the later stages. So we only have to participate pushing up the market. When we enter at the accumulation phase, it's not advisable to. So at first point, these were the 2 points which we were discussing, where we can make a position. Washing out and shipping was not our place. But if we come to understand, while opening a position, we have to wait till wash out take place. We have to wait for a longer period of time, and then pull up will be taking place. So we should be entering on this stage. So this is the major role where we should be having our position. So this is a pull up phase, right? So retail investors have a limited fund, so we all know that. So we can only participate in pushing up the market stages. This stage occur midway, not at the bottom, when main fund establish the position. So please type midway in the comment section. Those who want to make position in the midway and make profit, please type midway in the comment. So let's have a look in the comment section. It's midway. Yeah, midway. Most of the writing are midway. It's very good to see. So most of you have written up midway, right? So my primary task is not just to lecture you, but to lead you to earn profits through practical trading. Therefore, understand my courses are mainly focuses on real world trading. It's not the virtual world trading, it's a real world trading where we are focusing our courses on. Everything I teach is based on personal trading experience. So whatever experience I have gained from my past trading experiences in last 7-8 years, working in the securities firm, knowing about the market, talking to the traders, knowing about the strategy, it's all from my experience, where we are focusing on real world stock trading. So now why should we aim to earn profits midway? So we should be understanding with a practical demonstration with a real world stock, right, which is listed in Indian market. Why should we aim to earn profits midway? So let me demonstrate with individual stock example. Let's go through the stock, right, and I will make you a clear understanding where we have to, where we can know. So I have identified one of the stocks. So one of the stocks where I have identified where we can look after it, it's a SN Specialty Films Limited. So this is one of the stocks where you can have identification and presence of main fund. So I'll just ask you and you just answer me. Okay. So just have a look. First, we have to know where the main funds are entering, right? So first we have to know when the main funds are entering. So just have a look on it. Sorry, I couldn't take you to the trading view while I was searching. So we will be having our analysis on SN Specialty Films Limited, right? SN Specialty Films Limited. We will be just changing our chart to daily chart, so make you more clear understanding about it. So let's have a look, right? Yeah. So just have a look at this position. We can see the stock price have risen from 137 to 750 high, and it's currently trading at 656, which is an upper circuit of 4.90%. So this is one of the stock which has been pumping up from the many days. So we can, just by looking at the stocks, we can say, what we can say, we can say there has been a bullish trend appearing in the stock. So now we will find, is there any presence of main funds and how they are operating and how we will make the profit in a midway. So let's have a clear understanding. So talking about main funds, just have a look. It's a clear sign, it's a continuous bullish sign appearing. We have been talking it about a continuously, where the continuous bullish sign is appearing, right? So have a look. So 1 2 3 4 5, so it's continuous bullish sign is appearing. And if you look down below, just have a look down below, it's a continuous volume increase also. So now have a look. Previously we had talked about the volumes, right? We have talked about the volumes. We'll just make this screen more visible to you, right? So previously we have talked about volume. So just look at the volumes. It's a very in hippie manner and bulky manner it's appearing. Previously, just look at the previously the volume was quite low. So at this place the stock was stagnant at 172 to 144, right? It was falling down and the volume was also quite low. The volume was also quite low, but now have a look on it. Here, starting from this point, the volume started appearing high, right? The volume started appearing where the major funds have entered. We can know the presence of major funds, right, guys? Can you look at it? Can you tell me where is the presence of major funds when they are starting the position? Let me know in the comments area where they are started building their where they have started building their position. So we are seeing, just let me take you to the graph. Someone is telling 130, someone is telling 200, someone is telling 300, 400. So let me explain you more properly, right? Let me explain you more properly where the main funds are making their positions in the market. So just have a look at this position at the price of 137 and 140. Main funds have started building up their position continuously, right? So just have a look where they are making their positions up to. So at this point it has been a continuous rise. So from starting from 135 till the point 337, they have made their position. So we'll just make a rectangle in it to make you more clear. So starting from this point, the main funds have entered till this point. So this is the entry of main funds. This is the sign of entry of a main fund. Just understand it very clearly. Secondly, we have starting from this point till this point, right? So we have a sign of main fund 2. Here we have a sign of main fund 2. Talking in terms of volume 2, just look at the volumes which is just appearing starting from this level. Just have a look on it. Starting from this level, let me make a zoom for you. So can you understand? Starting from this level, just look at the volumes. It is increasing continuously, right? So it is increasing continuously and the stock price is also increasing in a continuous manner. So we can confirm the presence of main funds here. So just have a look on it. We can understand the presence of main fund at this position, right? So here the main funds have established their positions. What will be the cost of main funds? Can you let me know in the comment section what will be the cost of main funds, right? So someone is telling it's a 400, someone is telling it's a 300, right? So let me clarify what will be the cost of main fund. So looking at this pattern from this to this, so the cost of the main fund will be from 131 till 379. So this is the cost for the main fund. So just make a note of it. Which are the costs for the main fund? Here we can see the cost of main fund from starting from 137 till 378. There is a cost of main fund, right? So now let me know where you will make an entry. Will you be making your entry at this point? Let me know, guys. Will you be making your entry at this point when the main funds have built their position? Suppose this haven't remove this portion as of now, remove this and just focus on your mind, right? Just focus on your mind. Will you make this position at this point, right? Will you make the position? So many of you are telling, yes, we can make up the position, right? We can make up the position. What if the stock price didn't increase? Okay, just make you. What if the stock price didn't increase from this level, right? From this level, and it kept on decreasing. So what if the stock price kept on decreasing towards the downward level? So let me know, what if the stock price kept on decreasing, right? So what if the stock price kept on decreasing? Till what price you will hold that stock? Can anyone let me know, till what price you will hold this stock if it keeps on decreasing? Right? At what price will you keep it hold? So what if it keeps on going down and down and down? Till what price? If it keeps decreasing down and down till this price, will you hold the stock? How much will, till what price you will hold this stock? Let me know. Just let me know in the comment section, guys. So just understand our main motto, right? When main fund establish their position, we do not enter at this point. So just remember, when main fund establish their position, we do not enter it here. Why we do not enter it here? Just have a look. So we have already explained about it, right? It's a like, it's because main funds accumulates at the bottom. So just have a look, main fund is accumulating at the bottom and holding it for a longer time, for a washout period to occur where the retailers will be getting out. So this is not the correct time, right? So because retailers have a limited fund, so we have, our primary task is not just to lecture you about a lecture, but to lead you to earn profits through practical trading, right? So just understand, we will be explaining you with some practical tradings too. So just make sure you are having a clear idea on that. So can anyone tell me, like, where is the midway occurring, and what if you get stuck in the stock from this point to this point, and if the stock keeps on decreasing, what you will do? We won't follow main funds while they're establishing a position. We will understand where we make the positions, right? So when funds enter, they wash out here at this point to this point. They usually try to wash out the retailer. Just understand it very clearly. They will try to wash out from this level till this level. So this is the washout period. Let me zoom it for you to make a clear understanding. So this will, from point this to this, where there has been a washout for retailers, and the many retailers will be going out of the market. So this is the period we weren't talking about, right? We have when the accumulation phase took place. Just have a look. Talking about the, we were talking about right, main funds or main operating method. So we are not opening our position when the operators are opening their position, because we don't have our first hand information. And even in the washout period, we don't open our position. Where we open our position, when the pull up first take place, right? Not in the distribution too. We open our position when the pull up phase take place. So just have a clear understanding. We will have our stock, our entry when the pull up stock is taking place. So just have a look when we will enter and make the profit from it. So just wait for it, right? So just let me what just make me understand what washout or dumping means, right? So what a washout or dumping means? Washout often refers to situation where assets are sold aggressively, right? Assets are sold aggressively to drive down the price. This is a strategy to create a panic. So whenever there is a panic, there is a washout strategy going on. They will remove the weak participant from the market, and it will what they will do, they will also do the dumping. So dumping will be selling a large quantity of assets at once, often at loss, to impact market prices or offload an undesired position. So what we understand from dumping and washout, so is there any market manipulation? So this question suggests the possibility of deliberately actions in the market aimed at influencing our prices unnaturally. So they are trying to create an artificial demand and supply of the prices, and they are influencing the prices artificially, such by increasing volatility or deceiving participants, right? So these are the examples we can see in a washout method. So what happens when the open a position, we the main funds enter the market, washing out, they manipulate the market to create a favorable environment where they will be pushing up the stock. So when pull up phase comes up, drive by prices higher to build momentum, right? So that is our main focus. We will be focusing on just the pull up. So this is the main factor which we will be focusing on. Just have a look. So and shippings, we don't have any means to deal with shipping, because it's a very risky, it's a high risk and low return, so we will not deal with that. And pull up is a phase where we can make profit from a little money. So just make it more clear, right? So just have an understanding where we will make a position, start making position at this level, right? Because main funds have entered at this point. But I want to explain you one more thing. What if the stock prices keeps on decreasing, right? So till what price you will see the stocks is decreasing and you'll keep that position to you. So it has to be not more than 50%. So they're starting from 130 and the stock price have increased till 380. So what is the difference? 130 to 380, the difference will be of 250 points, right? So we have to look if it falls more than 120 points, right? More than 50%, no more than 50%. So I'll just write it down for your better understanding. No more than 50%, no more than 50%. So no more than 50%. If the stock falls more than 15%, you should be selling your stock immediately, because the when the 50 more stock falls more than 50%, it's not a washout anymore. It's a distribution of stock. It's a distribution of stocks in the market, and that makes very risky, right? So if it is above 50%, it is a washout, right? If it is less than 50%, right? So I'll just make when washout take place. If it's less than 50%, if less than 50%, what we call it, we call it washout. Maybe the washout is taking place. If more than 50%, if it's more than 50%, what we call, it's called distribution. It's called distribution in the market. So if it's less than 50%, it's called a washout. And if it falls below more than 50%, just remember it's a distribution. It's no more a washout of it. So just have a look on the stock. When the stock increases and it falls for more than 50%, just let me make you to a more example, right? Just let me through. If the stock follows an increase and if it is till 50%, just have a look. If it is till 50%, it is a washout. And if it falls below more than that, if it falls below that, then it will be a washout. So just remember, washout take place when the stock falls more than 50%, right? So till 50%, it's very very clear that the washout is taking place when the retailers will be getting out. If it is more than 50%, the distribution is taking place where they will be distributing the stocks, and it's very risky to enter. Now let's understand. Uh, our slide, right? So here we gonna enter. So if the stock is not falling in the more than 50%, so this is our entry price, right? So we can be entering at 2 points where we can make an entry. there will be our entry at 360 and also at this price above 400. So this will be our entry price. So just have a look. So what will be our entry price at the 360 where the washing out is taking place, and also at this level at the 400. So till starting from 360 to 400, these are the two entries we can make. So just have a clear idea what where we will be making the entry, starting from 400 to this, right? Just have a look. Starting from 400 to 350 will be our entry zone where we can make entry in the stock. So just remember, we'll be making our entry at this position, right? So you have to look, it's not more than 50%. So just have a look on our PPT. Oh, sorry. So I was making you understand about the trading view, right? So we just look after the trading view. This is the main players entering the market. Just be little attentive. This is the main players making an entry by looking at the volumes and at this place. So, and here has been a washout taking place. Just look at it. Here the washout is taking place in the market, and we just have to see during the washout it's not fall more than 50%, otherwise it will be called distribution. We have to sell our stocks at this position if it is more than 50%. If it is less than 50%, we can be entering the stock. So our entry could be around at this level. So this could be our entry prices around 350 to 400 could be our entry price, and we can enter and make money out of the market, right? So just we will go through our next slide. So what does NSR say? Discovering bull stocks in the main upward trend. So just have a look. What we will do, we will talk about the washout dumping. Is there any market manipulation? So what happens when the sell more, buy less, like no one to take over? So what happens in this scenario? Just let me explain. So let me know if any one of you from the clients, what will happen if there are sell more, buy less? What will happen in the stock if there are more sellers and less buyers? क्या होगा बताइए? What will happen when there are more number of sellers and less buyers? So just let me write it down, right? What will happen here? It will fall. What it will do? It will fall, right? So when there are more sellers and less buyer, the stock price will fall. The stock price will fall. And if there are sell more, buy more, the volatility is very high. So what will happen when there is a more seller, more number of sellers and more number of buyer too? Let me know in the comment section if there are more number of sellers too and more number of buyers too in the market. Let me know what will happen here. So with this price will remain constant, right? From all of your answers we know that someone is telling it's increasing, someone is telling it's decreasing, but the price will more of a stay constant because there are more number of sellers and more number of buyers. The volatility will be very high, right? Volatility and the volumes will be very high. The volumes will be very high in terms of it when there are more sellers and more buyers, but the price will stay stagnant. So talking about when there are more sellers but buyers even more, right? So when there are more amount of sellers are there but buyers are even more, so what can we identify from that? If there are more sellers but even more buyers than it, so there will be a lot of volumes appearing in a hippie manner and the price will increase. Even if there are more number of sellers and there has been increase in the buyers, this plays a very important factor to push the price. So just look at it, when the washout take place, it sell more, like buyers also more while dumping it. So here the market manipulation is taking place. So just look at this level, there are a lot of buyers and seller, right, which is acting on it. and making the price to fluctuate, right? And the wash out is taking place from this level to this level, right? And then the stock price shoot up. So just this is an example to show. So talking about our next amount, so what will be there, what will be in terms of volume, there will be a big difference. So talking about amount, we are talking about the volumes appearing in the stock. So just have a look on the volume part, right? So just look at the volume, what will happen, it will be a book amount, right? So these are the examples we are making you understand, right? So there will be a big example, there will be a big difference in terms of volume, buy and sellers more here. So we'll have a buyers and more number of sellers, and it will create a large volumes. Talking about our second part, it's a active trading, right? So it's active trading we are having to do, and there will be a large turnover. So we are looking all the four parameters here. So just make sure you are understanding each and everything, right? So here we are having our big difference, buy and seller more, active tradings are there, and there are large volume too. So just have a look, right? So just have a look, there is a big difference, and there is a buy and sell more, active trading is occurring, and large turnover is occurring. So we can be very clear about that, how the volume affects, right? So talking about conditions for selection of a stock, what are the conditions for selecting stocks? The obvious main operator force entering, right? So we will be talking about the main force entering in the market, and then we will be seeing it's obvious condition, because if the main operators are not entering the market, it's not ideal to enter in the stock. And secondly, what you will see, the large amount of volume is been piled up at that price or not. So if the large amount of volume has been piled up, we will see the presence of main funds. So during the consolidation phase, right, during the consolidation phase, when the washout is taking place, we have to be strong, control ability is evident when the callback amplitude is small, the callback time is short, positions are built strongly, and the wash phase is brief. Additionally, if we look, the prices does not break key support levels such as last round rising price or the first round lowing during the wash phase. So we have to look, whenever the operators are making an entry, it's not falling below that. So talking about its phases, in the inactive middle session, strong activity can be identified by clear and obvious starting signals. So during this phase, focus on observing key support levels for better control. Also, thirdly, if you talk about, set the stop loss at the initial low point to minimize potential losses effectively. So we have understood the condition for selecting stocks as of now, right? So these are the points. You can also take a screenshot of it and make a note afterwards. And if you're making a note, that's a very good thing to see. So how we will choose that stock? So first we will see, there is a good stock was, right? There is a good stock was, there is a control. Whenever there is a washout is taking place, there is a control, and we have explained with an example here. Just have a look. So whenever there is a washout is taking place, it's a good entry point. This is the point A where we can make an entry. Just have a clear understanding. When the washout is taking place, we can make our entry at this point, right? So this is our entry point which we can make it. Secondly, if we look what will be our entry point, just have a look. What could be our second entry point? Second entry point will be the down stock drag, up money pressure. So second entry will be at this position when there is a down stock drag and up money pressure are there, and the stock started increasing. Stock started increasing. So just look at the examples of it. The second position could be around at this level when the stock started pumping. So this will be the second level when the stock starts pumping more, right? So these are the two entries which we have talked about. Just remember that we are not entering the stock if it is washing out more than 50%. Just make sure you are putting a stop loss there, and it's a distribution, not a washout. We can enter at the 360 level between the 360 to 400 level is our entry will be in any stock. If we look this pattern similar, right? So these are the things which we have talked about, right? And now we are coming to the close of the session for, so we will just wrap up what we have understood. Just we will wrap up what we have understood. First, we have talked about how to find the buying point of a multi-bagger stock. So this was the starting and this was the title of the stock, right? So this was the title of the session for today. So we have talked about opening a position, wash out, and pull up and shipping. So these are not the things. Shipping, it's a distribution. We are not entering at that point. We have talked about washing out. It's not ideal to enter at that point too. And opening a position, we don't have the first hand information, so we are not just opening up the position at this level. And these are the major operating activities, operating methods we can have in a stock. So thirdly, we were talking about discovering bull stocks in the main upward trend. So we have discussed about it. So when there are more sellers, buyers less, so there will be less, the stock price will keeps on decreasing, right? And if there are seller more, buyer more, the stock price will be staying constant. And if there are more sellers but even more buyers, the stock price will increase. So just look at this point, the washout phase is taking place. What is happening? Washout is happening here, right? And talking about the volumes, what we will see in the terms of volume, there will be a big difference. Buy and seller will be more, active trading will be there, and large turnover here. So what is the condition for selecting stocks? So these are the conditions we have explained it to you for selecting the stocks: the presence of operators, the volume pile up, and its controllability during the when the callback time is short, the callback amplitude is small, positions are built strongly, right? And also these are the seasons where we need to put the stop loss if we find something suspicious. And we have talked about how we can choose our stock, where to make an entry. Talking about a good stock was, we can make an entry, there is a control, so we can enter at this position. Just we have to look, it's not falling more than 50%, right? Talking about B, there is a stock down but there is upward money pressure, so this is the place where we can make our entry and make profit out of the money. So for the assignment, so we all have an assignment for each and every day. For today also, you have been doing great from last 2 days. So for today, you will be having assignment. Just choose 3 individual stock and buying point. So we can understand how you have understood this session, right? How you have understood to buying opportunities during the wave patterns, where we can buy during the wave patterns, and where what are the opportunities available. So just let me know the 3 buying stocks, 3 stocks where you know it can be creating a wave pattern, and that will be a right entry, and send it to my assistant, and I will review them very, very personally. Till the next session tomorrow morning, very, very good evening to all of you, right? And